Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Steve Bradbury. I'm with MyBitCards, and staggering up on stage is Eric Grill, who's our Chief Technology Officer, and just want to spend 15 minutes today just to talk to you about MyBitCards.com. The organisation, we kind of started around the middle of last year, and we're a live program. We have live customers today, and this kind of 15 minutes just tell you a little bit about our story of how we got to where we are now, and also some of our future plans. So the main premise for the business that we founded was on the basis that there is an extremely low adoption rate of Bitcoin in the US today. We know that the brand is very strong. We know that there's a high interest level in actually considering or purchasing Bitcoin, but the adoption rates are really low because it's a very kind of convoluted process to actually go about buying Bitcoin if you're a kind of general member of the public. Everyone in this room is obviously well versed in the various technologies, but for the general consumer, there's definitely a mental block when it comes to how do I actually make this technology work for me. So our business is really looking at how we can create a mass market adoption process to get more customers onboarded with Bitcoin. So the process that we have today is really not very simple. There's obviously a lot of steps that you need to go through in terms of identification, tying your bank details into your crypto purchase, and also the time it takes to wait for the various approvals and the transfer of funds. And we really wanted something that was instant, that would enable you to go in and purchase Bitcoin. So really the environment that we're looking to achieve is one where your grandmother could walk into any store and buy you Bitcoin. She may have no idea what Bitcoin is. She may have no idea how that actual process works. But for her, it's just a gift card process. It's just a gift card purchase, sorry. So we know that in the US, there is a mass market for gift cards. Everyone understands fundamentally the process of purchasing and redeeming a gift card. And we've really hooked that mechanism into the purchase of Bitcoin. So our process is one where you would go in, you would buy a Bitcoin gift card. The card just has dollar funds on it, just the same as your Walmart card, your Target card, any of the brand gift cards. And then the recipient takes that gift card. They go onto the MyBitCards.com, and then they go through a simple redemption process. Again, very typical to how you would spend a gift card on an online website today. So you put in your card number, you put in your PIN number. We'll provide the Bitcoin rate, and then they'll convert that dollar rate into Bitcoin, and then that Bitcoin value will be loaded onto their wallet. If they don't have a wallet, we talk them through a very simple process within that transaction of how to get the wallet and then how to load the funds onto the wallet. So we're really cutting down the time that it takes people to actually go through that ownership process for Bitcoin, and we're making the whole purchase process really simple for them. So we really want to go out and attract the mass market, and we can do this in a number of ways. We've gone out through B2C websites, third-party websites that are selling the card on our behalf. We've just signing an agreement which will take us into the B2B space. So B2B is massive for gift cards. So whether that's employee reward and recognition, whether it's motivation and incentive, all of these different portals that you could log in for an employee. It could be a McDonald's promotion. All of these kind of things are using gift cards that are bought through B2B resellers. So we're networked into those B2B resellers so that we can spread the distribution of gift card purchase. And then we're also spreading out into Europe as well. So we've got 2 agreements on the go right now that will give us access into 50,000 points of purchase across Europe. So In 2019, the US gift card market is going to be in the region of $180 billion. The average gift card load is about 45. We actually see that a little bit higher on our cards. Our cards are kind of trending probably around the $75 mark on average right now. And also, we know that in the US, gift card is a really popular gift. So what we're finding with the Bitcoin card is that there's a big market for self-use gift cards, so people that just want to use the mechanism to purchase the card. But also, from a gifting perspective, 93% of Americans will either give or receive a gift card this year. So we're really tied into that psyche of the American consumer in terms of gift card purchase. In terms of our roadmap, we kicked off the company in the summer of last year. Probably around fall, we created the integration with Savvy, which is our gift card processor, and we went live on the 20th of December. Obviously not the greatest time to go live for any kind of product, but we got our first sales in before Christmas, launched with our second partner in January this year. And then our growth plans from here on in are obviously trying to attract more third-party B2C partners, but also focus heavily on the B2B market, and then also look at our international expansion as well. Mm-hmm. So we're working with Savvy. Savvy's a processor based out of Dublin. One of the reasons for going that route was because they are already connected into all of the third-party networks. So we've kicked off the product from a digital perspective, a digital gift card, and then we'll be moving into the physical space probably around fall of this year as the various selling retailers get their card orders in for the holiday period. In terms of the team that we've put together is really focused around the experience in all of the aspects of the business that we need. So Eric's obviously focused from a technology perspective. Ed's working from with retail experience. I've worked 14 years in gift cards. Sasha's worked in compliance on blockchain. And Brian's come in as well as our kind of blockchain advocate. So we thought it was really important. The technology is one thing, but more important is the customer. And so we're very focused around customer, how we get those customers in, and how we build up the momentum for the card, both in the US and internationally as well. So these are real sales. As I say, we're about 3 months in now. We're seeing comments coming back from our selling partners right now that are telling us that our cards are their number one requested product. We're number 5 in terms of volume. And when you consider that the other products that they're selling are Walmart cards and Target cards and Best Buy cards, we think we've done a pretty good job at positioning that product. Our partners are delighted with our success so far. We've really kept things under the radar. We've really not shouted and screamed about the product. We wanted, obviously, to make sure everyone was comfortable, make sure the technology worked, and we'll kind of really from Q2, we'll be kicking off really hard, both in terms of kind of marketing, social media, and also the international expansion as well. Compliance is obviously really key. We've spent a lot of time and a lot of money in understanding what the markets need in terms of compliance, both here and internationally. Certainly from my experience, I know that the European Union is not a single market. Each country has its own view of the different regulations. So we've spent a lot of time understanding where the card will work and where the card has some additional compliance requirements. We've kept the value of the card relatively low. This is really to introduce people into Bitcoin. It's really not seen as an investment for their life savings. So the maximum that we have on the card is $200. The maximum total that can be redeemed in any one day is $3,000. And we're FinCEN registered. So we're making sure that from a compliance perspective, everyone is very, very comfortable along the way with what the product does and the impact that it has on the customer. There are some MTL implications in some of the states. We have to make that clear in our terms and conditions. That's on the B2C side, but once you take the product into B2B, there are really no restrictions in terms of the distribution of the product. So what's coming next? We mentioned the international expansion. We've partnered up with the largest B2B distributor in the US, so we're really excited about getting that agreement off the ground and getting the sales in. That will be fantastic timing for us. The peak sales for the B2B business is going to be the October-November timeframe, so before the key holiday period for B2C cards. So that's going to be a fantastic add to our sales this year. Eric will talk in a second about the token that we're launching as well. And also in terms of financing, I think we're in a really strong position in terms of our customer base and our plans. We're looking for a little bit of additional assistance that's really helping us manage that really quick expansion that we're seeing. Eric's going to talk to you about the token.
So one of the things that you mentioned was the easy on-ramp. So what we're looking to do is release a token in the next 60 days. That token will be backed by the gift card itself. So it'll be a stable coin, obviously backed by the $100 gift card. The difference between this stable coin and other stable coins is you'll actually be able to utilize it in a decentralized app. You can go on, you can redeem it, you put a name, address in, redeem your token, and that gets sent out. Physical card gets sent out to that customer. So you could send it to your grandmother, a politician, whoever you'd like to send it to, an easy on-ramp into Bitcoin. There's a monetary policy behind it. We're going to incentivize the token with affiliate programs, the ability to incentivize people to redeem the token, so that for every 100 redemptions, there'll be 1,000 tokens released into supply. Of those 1,000 tokens, 10 of them will be sent back into the ecosystem as far as a social good, and also back to the people that actually redeem the card. So we'll look to do that probably in the next 30 to 60 days to release the token.
Cool. That's the MyBitCards and our Bitcoin gift card. We've got a couple of minutes if anyone's got any questions at all. Okay. So the question was about the values of cards that we're selling. The card is pretty much open value. For us, kind of $25 up to $200 works. So really it's a choice of whoever's reselling the card, what that kind of value is that fits their customer base. What we've really seen right now is typically they're buying 25, 50s and 100s. And now they're really migrating to just the $50 and the $100 cards. The 25s are not selling as strongly as the higher value cards.
But if you want to buy cards today, you could go to cardcash.com and buy it from them, or you can speak to Ed and he can sell you directly over here if you'd like.
Yep.
Online you can do it through the credit card. Here it's cash. Yes. Yeah.
Will there be other cryptocurrencies in the future on your card?
Definitely. Not in the near future. We're obviously focused on Bitcoin at this point in time, but we'll definitely be rolling out other currencies.
And again, that was really because of the mass market nature that we wanted. Everyone knows the Bitcoin brand. So we thought that was really important to focus on that. And then obviously as other brands kind of build up that consumer level understanding, then obviously we can introduce that as well. Good. I think we're about out of time. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your time.